which is probably not a bad thing because I always need about a minute and a half to get ready. But I've done my ukulele tune-up. I've got my sign in the right position. In theory, I've got my head in the right position, although this isn't working. So that's not good. Why isn't this plugged in? 1, 2, 1, 2. Hi Dexter, how's it going? Hope you're well. There we go. Fantastic. Hi Dexter, how's it going? Are you well? Having a nice day? Yes, hopefully it's a nicer day. I was getting a bit bored of this. Hi Drags. Thanks for your comment on my recent video. I appreciate that hugely. Basically, I've just done a video about, finally, and hello. I've just done a video, basically, I think it's entitled 5 Things I Would Want to Tell My Younger Self about Valentine's Day, about being single on Valentine's Day. Because Valentine's Day is obviously coming around the corner, and a lot of people, you watched it. Riley Game, I generally appreciate your support. Not only is that helping me get to one day hopefully have a monetized YouTube channel, but it's yes, a lot of it's just, I think, I'm not bad, Dexter, actually. I'm stuck in the shed, and it's wet and cold, but I've had a day at work and drinking coffee. It's not too bad. Annoyingly, I spend most of my time trying to balance things on I probably need to invest in a music stand and, like, Jack, that's got poo on it. Put on the floor. Right. Even though I've asked my 7-year-old not to be outside in the pouring rain. Do you? How old is he, Dexter? Right, this is a parody of Catch the Wind. Just leave it alone. It's dirty. It's not a golden retriever, it's a 7-year-old. Well, they just don't do as they're told, ever. Right. Oh, right. In the quiet moments, before I smell your trump, that toxic pump from your stinky rump, at the bus stop or in the queue in Spa, that's a shop in Britain. The air all around me, well, it goes quite green and small people scream. My nostrils flare as I try and dodge your wind. At our end of day, pre-bed story time, sitting on my lap, I feel your brap reverberating through your clothes and mine. For me to challenge you now would bring several lies. It's burning my eyes. All I can do is try and dodge your wind. It wasn't the dog, it isn't the dog, 'cause we don't have a dog. Stop blaming imaginary dogs. When you roll over and bound control you lose. Any excuse like you're wearing squeaky shoes. Your vicious stink could surely turn me blind. Standing downwind of a piercing dart of a very stinky fart, I'd go to great lengths to try and dodge your wind. Yeah, you can't beat a song about farts. I think the day I don't find farts funny, then it's a sad day. Right, make sure I say hello to a few people. Drags, you have a kid. She gave birth a couple of days ago. Congratulations, that is awesome. That's very exciting, Dexter. I hope, congratulations to you both. I hope you and Mum have stockpiled sleep, because I can promise you from now on, you probably won't get much sleep. But mate, that's an absolute children, as much as I complain and moan about children, are a total blessing. And even when they refuse to do as they're told and are kicking footballs against the fence in the pouring rain. Anyway, thanks for loving the background, Drags. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm trying to look a bit more professional. Trying to kind of, I don't know. I'm trying to grow the channel, trying to get monetized, all sorts of things. Right. Thank you, Cruise Sharp. That's very kind of you. Right, next song. Off you go, please. Right, this is a parody of what's a parody of? A parody of Hound Dog by the Elvis. It's about my mum's Labrador. He's a bit of a pig. You're a big bouncy Labrador, stealing socks all the time. You've been said to eat the socks, 'cause they're usually mine. You're a big fan of begging, and you'll always be a friend of mine. They said you could win crafts, but that was just a lie. They said you were a pedigree, but I can't remember why. You seem terrified of rabbits, but a fan of chicken pie. You're a big bouncy Labrador, licking your privates all the time. When I move from the sofa, you steal my place every time. You seem scared of the Hoover, but a friend of mine. When I try and get a suntan, you're always there to lick my face. You think you're being helpful, a real pedigree chum. Well, this would be endearing if you hadn't just licked your bum. That's true. Mitchell, very bad. Is that a review on my singing? You're entitled to your opinion, absolutely. Thank you, Cruise Sharp. That's kind of you. Absolutely amazing singing. Thank you, Games with Hursty. That's very kind. I'm going to try and... There's always one flipping side of a table, isn't there, that just refuses to do... Maybe this table is actually a toddler, because it's refusing to do what it... None of my kids ever do what I ask them to do, or tables. It's just what it is. Anyway, I hope wherever you are in the world, you're okay. Where is everyone in the world? Is it mostly UK? Have we got some Americans in the house? Have we got... I think we've got anyone from the Middle East. Where is everyone from? Well, I knew that was going to happen. Someone's just kicked the only football over the fence. Right inside because you're getting wet. Sorry, I'm probably shouting at you. Off you go. That stopped that plan, he said miserably. Miserable dad. Hello, Harley. How are you, mate? Right. Yeah, if you want to do me a massive favour, not that you have to, I've just done there's a video on my channel. I think it's 5 things I would tell my younger self about being single on Valentine's Day. If you could watch it, because I'm generally trying to make my videos better, but I need some feedback. So if you can, and I'm more than happy. Thank you for subbing. That's really kind of you, Games with Hursty. Appreciate it. I'm generally trying to get better, and I need some feedback. And trying to get feedback on YouTube is like trying to get hen's teeth. Right. This is a parody of Three Little Birds by Bob Marley. You say don't worry about a thing. Well, that's easier said than done in 2026. I woke up this morning, I was worried about my interest rates, I always am. Then 3 small children started demanding their breakfast. Excuse me, a bit of a burp, that's nice. Can we have some pancakes? Or maybe a bacon sandwich? No, you can have some cereal or a piece of toast. Please try not to worry about a thing, because it's really a massive waste of your energy. Na-na. Thank you. Drags, you're very, very supportive. I genuinely appreciate it. And I haven't really been paying much attention to the comments, but if there are mean people, hello Claire Green, how are you? I don't want to feel like I'm missing people out. How many of those ukuleles do you have? I have this one, and then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 in total. It's amazing. They're not actually that expensive. That's why I think I like it as an instrument. They're fairly inexpensive, and they're really easy to learn. And if, like me, you're a bit of a worry and a bit of an overthinker, playing music and making up ridiculous songs, the more ridiculous the better, is really good. Hello, ASMR Malala, I think. Sorry if I said that wrong. Because someone is ruining the life. Who's best singer I've seen? I wouldn't worry. If there's people in there, there's always going to be people who are. And it's actually, in a way, I think the worst thing is censoring people. If people allow their opinion, you don't have to agree with it, right? This is a parody of Jason Mraz, I'm Yours, and it's about when your kids are being spoiled. Well, I took you to the park and I bought you a Happy Meal. We went to the pantomime, we saw Sting and Ian Bill. To be honest, I'm quite confused. How you never seem that amused. All this being present means I'm presently quite stressed, and not buying a pony shouldn't result in my arrest. I shouldn't have to explain to you why a 7-year-old doesn't need a personal trainer. If you're a mum or a dad, the one thing you know is true, your kids will often tell you they're bored. But you're afraid, mate. You seem to be upsetting people, so I think you're going to have a bit of a... I'm going to put you in a bit of a timeout. There we go. Because there are some nice people in this. Oh, and I really appreciate my supporters. Because you're being very silly. And I'll put you in timeout like you would if you were one of my children here. I'd say, well, you're being silly. I've given you a warning. You're being unkind to nice people in the chat. That's not allowed. Having an opinion is one thing, and I'm more than happy to get subjective feedback. I'm more than happy to someone to watch your video. I'll be honest with you, it's not very good, and this is the reason why it's not very good. Just to be difficult is unnecessary. Life is hard enough. Life is hard enough without people just being... you have to take fresh out. Well done, Jag. Sound like you're doing some chores. You, mate, will still be here, don't worry. Hello, Olivia, I think. Don't see they're trying to correct people. Ukulele man. Comedy villain. It's not about correcting. It's about I don't know. Well, actually, I can because it's my live stream, so I'm allowed to do that. Big wheels keep on turning. Carry home to my kin. Singing songs about the Southland. I miss old Barry once again. I think it's a sin. Well, I heard Mr. Young sing about her. Well, I heard Mr. Young put her down. Well, I hope Mr. Young will remember. A southern man don't need him around anyhow. Sweet home Alabama, where the skies are smooth. Sweet home Alabama, Lord, I'm coming home to you. Well, that was a bit off tune, but anyway. Sorry, I'm just doing a little bit of audit. There we go. Right. Hello, Shark Lover. How are you? I'm happy that you're here. That's very good. And thank you for your comment on my video. I generally appreciate it. It means a lot. It generally really helps what I'm trying to do here. I think I quite like this timeout option. I think that's brilliant. How cool is that to have a timeout option? Right, here's a parody of this is basically to underline that I'm on the whole generally trying to support people, including myself, selfishly. But basically, yeah, if you're having a tough time, if the weather's getting you down, it's getting a bit boring in the UK. I don't know what it's like around the rest of the world, but we've had basically January and February has been. We have actually got floods like all over the country, and it's not fun. Right. So this is for anyone who's having a bit of a wobbly time. It's a parody of Lean On Me. Sometimes life can be poo, like a big bag of poo that someone has covered in poo, but there's a very silly man with limited ukulele skills who's on a mission to make you smile. Lean on me, you're having a wobble. I am a man It was often quite wobbly, and we can wobble together, safe in the knowledge that it's not just you and me. So sorry, I have to go now. No worries, Shark Lover. I appreciate you being here, and I hope you're okay. Right, here is a parody of Let It Be by the Beatles, about being a dad and doing childcare. I've just survived 3 whole hours of childcare, catering to their every need. One word was said constantly, Daddy. When every liquid has finally been cleaned up, at number 2 from number 3, Netflix and Disney, can you save me? Rescue me. They often do. Rescue me. Rescue me. Rescue me. Rescue me. I hope my wife's bus isn't late again. Rescue me. Yeah. So, where is everyone in the world? Let me know where you are in the world, and more importantly, what the weather's like. That's what I would like to know. My son. I'm kind of keeping an eye on my son, and the dog. I don't know who I should be more concerned about, the 7-year-old or the golden retriever, both of which have been prone to be badly behaved and completely ignore what I want to say. Right. This is a parody of If I Were a Boy by Beyonce. It's about being James Bond in 2025. Nice, but geez, you need a better quality mic. It's way too distorted. Okay, sorry to hear that. Maybe it's too loud. How's that? Is that better? Let me know. No, that sounds worse. How about that? Is that better? Give me a thumbs up if that's better. Right. I do need a better mic. So better. Result. Thank you, Russ Tattershaw. Identify as a boy in the world today is a total flipping nightmare, not knowing what to do or what to say. Can I still open the door for you or your nan? Is that polite or patronizing for anyone identifying woman? I think it's polite, but then I may be a bit old-fashioned. Right. So yeah, it's a little bit quiet in the live stream. No one's saying anything. Hello, Livia. Here is a parody of, and this is for Russ, who helped me with my mic issues. This is a I think a Blue Yeti mic. That's the one thing I do need to invest in, because I don't know how effective it is. I think probably what I do need is one of those. I think you can either get like a pop barrier or a pop something. I think that can help. Hello, AHTTM Live. Right. I'm free to eat whatever I want once the packed lunches are done, and as long as I don't mind eating crab crisps. I'm also free for about 10 minutes a day before I go to sleep. That went so wrong. But I think that's the beauty of lives, is that, and that's as well as trying to amuse people with ridiculous parody songs, that I also want to show people that it doesn't matter how bad you are at something. It doesn't matter if you make loads of mistakes. It's actually quite important that you make loads of mistakes. I think there'll be lots of people out there on the internet or in the world who are considerably more skilled at things like the ukulele than I am, but just are kind of held back by a fear that people will be mean to them. Well, people are going to be mean to you whatever. Those people are always going to be there, unfortunately, but actually you kind of need them. I think I found, and I've been creating content on YouTube since 2018. I think if you expect them, kind of like, well, they're all going to be here. I think there's a if you're thinking of something to watch, check out. There's a TED Talk by a woman called Brené Brown, who's a female Texan, I think maybe psychologist, and she talks about basically, I think it talks about shame and connection and what holds people back and stuff like that. And it's really, really useful, and it should inspire you to kind of, if there's something you want to do, give it a go. Give it a go. What's the worst that can happen? Right, I tend to do only about 20 minutes because I do have to go and do a bit of parenting and check how many biscuits my son's had. Yeah, my setup's still quite basic because the problem is, I mean, thanks to Russ, we've upgraded the mic, but the problem is that I've still got loads of wires everywhere, and so you can see if a string hits a wire, it sounds even worse than the natural playing. Right, we've got 5 people in the live stream. I do appreciate you being here. It's very kind of you. Right, I'm kind of conscious I'm not really playing any songs, so that's kind of Trade Descriptions Act. Right, this is a parody. This is a parody of, and we'll finish with this one, I think. Well, this is a parody of "Eye of the Tiger" by Survivor from Rocky 3, which is a pretty big part of my life. I've always been a big Rocky fan, and I think Rocky 3 came, or maybe Rocky came out in 1976. I was born in 1976, and it's all about when you first became a dad. Getting up in the middle of the night to find out why my baby's crying. My wife will probably have to rescue me, but I'll hopefully get some brownie points for trying. So many times it was a bubble of wind, or you had a stinky nappy. I'm your dad, you're my reason to be, but a lack of sleep makes it dangerous to drive. I'm a forklift driver awake in the middle of the night, getting up with bed hair like Billy Idol. This lack of sleep is this lack of sleep is probably against my human rights, and I won't be able to be a forklift driver. It's true. I remember when I first became a dad, being so tired that I thought, I can't possibly drive. This is not good at all. Anyway, thank you so much to all the lovely people who joined the live stream. I hope wherever you are in the world, you're okay. And I do try and do this every day. I know that some people get frustrated with it's never the same time. It's usually the most consistent time is probably around now. So once I've got the kids, one of the kids back from school, so any time from about 3:30 onwards, 3:30 to 4:30 is kind of that time when I try and do it. Thanks again for all your support. I hope you're having a lovely day. Hope it's better weather than it is in Britain at the moment. Would you ever do a vlog? Potentially. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm not sure that I'm interesting enough. What I'm trying to do with the channel is, but do you know what? I'm generally trying to build a community around this YouTube channel. So I'm open to ideas. If there's something you want me to do a video on and you think people will watch it, then I am open to that. Take care. Bye.